Hi, it's Anthony from carpetlife.com, and today we have something a little bit different. We have the Eufy by Anker X8 robot vacuum. If you've seen any of my other reviews on this channel, I do sometimes test out a few lifestyle tech accessories and technology. And one thing I really do love checking out is robot vacuums. Previously, I've checked out Eufy's G10 Hybrid vacuum. It's one of my most popular lifestyle tech videos on this channel. So I thought I'd reach out to them again and check out their X8 robot vacuum. It carries all the best bells and whistles for certain features that I like to have on my robot vacuum, including LiDAR, multi-floor and room mapping. And this vacuum, it packs a lot more features than those must-have features. So let's check out what's inside the box. So in the box we have a guide with all the manuals. Inside we've got the Eufy vacuum itself. We've got the base unit that comes to charge the vacuum. Got some cable ties to help with organisation of the power cables to the dock. Spare filter, cleaning brush. Not sure if this is the spare one though, or the only one that you get. And the all important power adapter to power it. Let's have a look at what's inside the manual box. So inside we've got a happy card, got a quick start guide, an owner's manual, and a warranty pamphlet. The English manual comes in just English and Spanish. There's at least 44 pages in this in English, so quite a lot to read up on just generally how to power the unit, get it connected to the app that you might download later on, and just generally how to use its maintenance and cleaning. But the quick start guide covers all the necessities to get you up and running. So it's basically locating the dock inside a space with at least 1 meter either side and 2 meters in front of it, using the bundled charger inside the coil underneath, so you can actually got some cable management there, and then connecting up the vacuum to power it and get it charged. Then you connect it to the app, and then from that you should have everything up and running and fully operational. Right, looking at the vacuum, it does have one blade pre-installed, so this one is just an accessory should the other one start wearing out, which is going to take a long time for these nylon bristles to completely go. So that's going to take a long time. So that's good to see that you've actually got a spare one to use as well. So here we have the X8 Eufy vacuum, all in its black and signature blue and pink or red signature stripes there. They don't really do anything. I don't think they glow up either. It's just a little bit of an accent color. LiDAR in the middle. This is what you really want to see on your robot vacuum. If you haven't got that, I don't think personally it's not a really good vacuum. You really do need LiDAR in your robot vacuum. It has a front sensor as well as drop sensors around the top edges there. Here's your storage bin. This is not the hybrid model, so we won't be doing any mopping with this vacuum, and personally I would avoid a hybrid mop and just let it just do its job in cleaning and get a separate robot mop, because they're going to do a lot better job at it anyway. Bristle roller, so not a full plastic roller unfortunately. Personally, I think these do get clogged up quite easily, so we'll see how that goes over the test of time in terms of cleaning it. The blade's pre-installed. It looks like it just pulls off, so that's good. Got your wheel systems there. These are the sensors for charging, and you've got your onboard controls here at the top that you can actually use to start and stop, return to the dock, and I'm not sure what the other one does, but we'll work that out nonetheless. Okay, so we need to take out these little tabs, and that just helps the bumper at the front, and it stops the vacuum from bumping into things and then not going anywhere. You just depress, and that will tell the vacuum to find another alternative route, and so that little bumper there stops it from continuously bumping into things. It will find an alternative. We've got some quite a nice wheels here. Hopefully that will get over our mat. Our current one that I use often does struggle with that often. So we'll see if this does a better job at that. You can undo that, and then you can take the blade out, clean it, do whatever you want with it, and then it just simply pops back in and then just basically clips back into place. The bin at the back, you just have to pull that little nobule down, and then that comes out. So that's a really nice bin. You do get a nice comb, and it keeps it tucked away, otherwise you might lose it around the house. This is a really nice feature that it's included actually in the robot vacuum itself. You're not going to get this lost. This just clips out like so, and you've got a tooth there to cut any hair off. and you've got a brush there to brush any of the sensors and just generally keep everything nice and clean. That then snaps back in place and stays put. Emptying the dust bin, you have to pull this little lever down that you did earlier. So you've got a spare filter there, so that's really nice to see as well. You shouldn't have to change that often, as long as you wash it. And you've got a fairly sizable bin, not the biggest I've seen, but we'll see how that goes as well. It does have dust compacting technology in there. I'm not quite sure what that involves. That should utilize hopefully the space that this has, or the limited space that it has, and make the best use of it. So plugging that back in, slots back in like that, nice and safe. So let's find a dock. The dock is nicely sized. It's not humongous. My current one is at least about this high and probably about this wide. So it's nice and compact, and it's a nice thing to see. The IR will fire out of this so that the vacuum can find its way home. And these little sensors on the bottom here will make sure that they're contacted with the vacuum and just make sure it's actually all charged up. On the bottom here, you've got a compartment that you can open up and plug in the power, and then you can coil the strap around, exit out the side here or out the other side depending on how you've positioned it, and keep it all nice and neatly tucked away. Power cord is really nice and long. It's about 1.5 meters. It's all nicely coiled in there and is nice and secure with the cable attached. So that's really nice. This could go flush to the back of the wall. Nice little rubber mats here, so hopefully this doesn't fly around when the vacuum goes into the docking procedure. So I'll get this located in a spare room and get this vacuum charged up.
Several days later.
Right, so I'm back after reviewing the vacuum for a number of weeks now, just around about 3 weeks. And overall, the X8 from Eufy has performed really, really well. Overall, I think it was a great performing robot vacuum. I was surprised at how quiet it was overall, the vacuums that I've used. Granted, it was set to the lowest power level, but even at its maximum setting, the sound is much deeper and less irritating than other vacuums that I've tried. This is likely due to its dual suction motors that have to spin up less than single ones to maintain the same level of power. Setting up the vacuum was very easy, and I found its app very intuitive to use. There is a clear view of what the vacuum's LiDAR sensor can see, as well as a clear white path as to where it has been. So you can see if it has missed any important areas you might want it to clean. The X8 robot vacuum first starts by cleaning the edges of a set perimeter before zigzagging backwards and forwards to clean the inside space. Once that zone has been cleaned, it goes off and repeats the process across all the other areas around your home. I like that the vacuum has a good level of AI in its software to vary its zigzag direction based on the room space and size, which really helps to make its cleaning routine as efficient as possible. Once it's done its first clean, it will auto-generate what it thinks are individual rooms or spaces around your home. This feature is very handy if you want to instruct the vacuum to not only clean a single room, but also allows you to select multiple rooms without cleaning the entire home. In the app, you can enter a map edit mode to customize the generated rooms. And from here, you can either split them up, merge them, or create specific cleaning zones, which is super handy if you have a more open planned home. I like that you can relocate the base station without having to go through the whole mapping process all over again. And in the app, you can also set no-go zones and draw invisible walls to prevent the vacuum from crossing or cleaning certain areas of the floor space. Once the space of your home has been fully mapped, you can instruct the A8 to do either a fully automated clean selected rooms, clean a manually mapped floor space, or you could just go to a location in your home and carry out a spot clean. The X8 has 4 power modes to select from in the app, from Pure, Power, Turbo, and Max. There is also a Boost IQ option in the app that will increase the suction power when it detects a different floor type, such as a mat or a rug. However, this will only occur if the power setting is set to any of the 3 lower power modes. I found the X8 to have no problem getting onto thick doormats or rugs around my home, which is something other vacuums did struggle with, and it can be a little bit eager to clean over anything less than 1.7 centimeters in height. So things like cat trays, toys, and smaller fragile objects should really be removed or zoned prior to starting a clean. As suction goes, the X8 does a very good job at picking up various dust and dirt around the home. However, for things like cat litter or small stones that might come in from outside the home, I found it best to have the vacuum set to its maximum power setting to successfully pick them up. I did find its internal bin to be a little bit disappointing compared to others that I've tried. It does a great job at compacting the dirt that it picks up into its 600ml waste bin. However, after checking the bin after its first clean, I found that the dirt was clogging behind its filter rather than resting actually in the bin itself. So I don't know how much that really affects the performance once the filter has been covered with this initial amount of debris. Second, I found the opening and emptying of its clamshell waste bin not as easy as some of the other waste opening bins are to empty. The way it opens means it can't easily empty into a narrow kitchen bin without spilling some of the dust on the rim of the bin, on yourself, or outside it. The vacuum can be controlled via both Google and Amazon voice assistants. By simply telling your chosen assistant to clean the house, the X8 will turn on and the vacuum will spring into life. Sadly, without the ability to name the mapped rooms in the home, you can't quite tell the assistant to, such as, clean the kitchen, but I really do hope that's something that we might see in the future via a software update perhaps. If you'd like to set cleaning schedules, check cleaning history, share controls with another family member, tap to direct the vacuum or to manually control it, you can do all of this inside its app. There wasn't a single key feature that I thought that was missing from the app. And I also like that you could rotate the map it had made so that the floor plan was facing the way I wanted it to. I didn't quite like that you couldn't see the battery level as a percentage, whereas there's plenty of white space up there to place a percentage display alongside the very vague battery indicator. At maximum power, the X8 had plenty of battery to clean my 40 square meter floor space, and it would do this just roughly under an hour. Running at full capacity, I found that the battery was just around about 50%, but without a clear indication of the battery level, I can't quite say exactly what that battery level was. The vacuum does talk a little at the beginning of setting off on a clean, and when you have the vacuum power suction level set to a very high power, you can't quite hear what it's saying most of the time. But I did find that most of this talk was just about it starting up and that it was positioning itself. Overall, the X8 robot vacuum from Eufy is one of the best robot vacuums that I've tested so far. The only major downside that I experienced was that emptying it was a nuisance. And lastly was its overall height. Compared to other vacuums I had used, the X8 was the highest. And because of it being around 1 centimeter taller than others, it couldn't quite get underneath certain bits of furniture that I had around my home, such as side tables and underneath my bed. I also found it wasn't able to always navigate between my table chair legs, as well as my much older robot vacuum that also had LiDAR. But with its intelligent room mapping, its speed and intelligent cleaning paths, its low noise and being able to select rooms and create no-go zone on walls made up for all these compromises, and it has made the X8 become my main robot vacuum around my home. You can pick up this vacuum for £449.99 in the UK and $599.99 in the US. And you can check out my links down below to learn more about it and to buy yourself one. There are times where this vacuum goes on sale for around £100 or $100 less, and I think personally that is the time I would pick up this vacuum, because at this price I really don't think you can do any better than the X8 robot vacuum from Eufy. Alright, thanks for watching, and I hope you found this video helpful. If it has, leave us a like down below and let me know in the comments if you have any questions about the X8 robot vacuum from Eufy. You can check out all my other robot vacuum reviews up in this top playlist up here. Hit that subscribe button to catch all my future content, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Bye.